What is up, guys, and welcome to 2025. In today's video, we're just gonna be kind of going over a roadmap for the year, for the car, for me, for the channel, for everything. And this isn't gonna be like a crazy mod video or anything like that, so don't expect that today. It's just gonna be a roadmap. We're just gonna talk about the year, kind of what's planned, and go over some stuff for you guys and some cool new additions to the channel that are not cars, but possibly some that are cars. So let's get into that. All right, so let's talk about the GTI first, because I know that's the majority of the reason you guys subscribe to this channel. And first off, I want to thank you guys for all the support from 2024. 2024, as I said in my last video, ranking all the videos from the year, my top 10 favorite videos of the year, I should say. I didn't rank every video posted this year, but I do want to say thank you guys for the support. In terms of content views, interaction, subscriber count, all that stuff, the support has been the best it's been since this car came around. The views are back to where they were when I had my Sport Track back in the day, and hopefully it's just we're gonna go up from here. I'm gonna try to put out the best quality videos I can this year, and hopefully give you guys more of a reason to stick around and watch my videos. So look forward to that this year. But let's talk about the GTI and how mods this year are going to continue kind of down the same way they did in 2024. I slowed down a lot in 2022 and 2023 especially. I put a lot of money into this car, put a lot of time building this car, and spent a lot on parts. And this past year and this year is going to be no different in terms of how I've kind of slowed down. So 2024, really the only mods we did to the car was the JQ Works paddle shifters, these BMP Mark 7 half style headlights, and this Aerofab splitter. Aside from that, I didn't really do anything in 2024 with this car. I've just mostly been focused on maintaining the car and keeping it reliable, which thankfully, another year goes, this car has been a bulletproof as always. So I've been really thankful for that. The car's treated me really, really good. So yeah, mods are gonna be slowing down. A lot of you guys know I'm getting married this year in October. So I got a lot of things to prepare for aside from cars, and that is definitely gonna take some time away from doing what I love with this car. But there is still gonna be coming, there's still stuff going to be coming for this car. I'm going to finish up the cosmetic stuff this year. That is kind of my main goal with this car this year, is to finish the cosmetics. So some of that stuff includes the rear diffuser. I'm going to get a carbon diffuser. I know I've been talking about this for a while, but I'm finally going to do it. We got a carbon spoiler waiting for this car already, just sitting in my front room of my house. And I'm going to get some side splitters. I haven't decided which brand just yet. I got my eyes on a few different ones that I want to look into. I'm thinking Rennwagen for the sides. It's going to turn out that's going to be the only Aerofab piece. I did have an Aerofab spoiler extension for this car, but never wound up putting it on because it is the reason that my stock spoiler cracked, and I had to go buy a brand new factory spoiler to go underneath the carbon one. Aside from that, I talked about in the video on making this car better for autocross after, how my autocross day went with this car back in early December. I think brakes are going to be what I'm going to focus on. I think in terms of wheel and tire, there's no point in me getting a second set of wheels to just use on the track, because I'm only going to go a couple times a year. There's no point in spending $1,000 plus, $2,000 plus, and another set of wheels that's just sit in my garage and rot, when I could just drive the car how it is, put better brakes on it, and call it a day. So I haven't decided yet for sure if I'm still going to do the Skoda brakes, or if I'm going to do yellow stuffs on these rotors with this caliper, if I'm going to do a performance pack retrofit, or what exactly I'm going to do. But I've got plenty of ideas in that front. So mostly it's going to be cosmetic stuff. I'm not really going to be pushing more power. I have been working in the little works. I've been kind of kept quiet about it, but I did replace my high pressure fuel pump a couple weeks ago with a HPA unit, because my 034 sucked. And yeah, I sent a data log over. Fuel rail pressure looks incredible. So I'm hoping they'll get back to me soon on that, as Matt left EQT. So that was who was tuning this car, and the new guy, I think his name is Andrew, has been sick all throughout December. He's been in and out of the hospital. So hopefully he's doing good. But I am waiting on that tune to get finalized, because that will push this car beyond 400 wheel horsepower, which I obviously like to see. But obviously no rush. His health is more important than this car, so hopefully he gets better soon on that front. Aside from that, that is kind of it for the car. The focus is just going to be on getting this thing dialed in more, continue to maintain it, get the cosmetic stuff looking good, and just enjoy it. I want this car to be, the best it can be, and I think that's going to be the way to go. So yeah, that's the car for now. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. All right, so let's talk about what else we're going to be doing this year. So a couple of different things involving the car and some other stuff involving the channel that I want to take care of. So me and my fiance talked, as I talked about a little bit ago. Me and her are getting married this year. and which is crazy to say actually. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a year and a half before we get married. Now it's, you know, it's this year. It's crazy. Time flies. But me and her talked about the idea of getting some sort of older car that I could keep and build for the channel, but also use as the getaway car for our wedding. I was like, that's going to be something really crucial that I really wanted to take care of for, you know, our life, for the channel, and all sorts of stuff. So I've been eyeing a few cars. I've been eyeing mostly cars from the 80s and German stuff, obviously, as you guys know me. I've got my eyes on some E30 BMWs, which is going to be different from this. And I've been eyeing some VW cabriolets. I've been eyeing convertibles specifically, which has unfortunately disqualified my favorite 80s car, the 944. My favorite non-911 80s car, the 944, I should say. So that obviously is a little different if I do wind up going the E30 route, but they are significantly easier to find than good condition cabrios, and they are, you know, able to be swapped with all sorts of different motors and stuff. The only reason I would get a cabrio is to put a VR6 in it, and as that is my favorite engine. But I do want to try something completely different from this car, and that's the issue. Volkswagen just doesn't make anything entirely different. Their formula's been the same for years. And as much as I would like to have another turbo car and have another powerful car, I want something simple. I want something simple, older, raw, super mechanical, but I don't want something too old. And that's why I'm not looking at cars like Mustangs, Camaros, other 60s stuff, on top of the fact they're just so expensive. They're impossible to afford when you're working a wage like me and trying to manage all this other stuff. I don't have money like that, guys. I can't afford something crazy like that. But I do want an E30. I think that's probably going to be one of the ways I go. I have found plenty of manual E30 convertibles for various different price points. I'm not trying to spend a lot of money on this car. I don't want something 100% perfect because it's going to cost a fortune, but I don't want something that I have to spend the entirety of the time leading up to the wedding getting it ready. So we'll see how that goes. It's probably the least likely thing to happen this year, but it is on the radar, and if I can make it happen. I already almost bought 2 cars this year. So, I mean, you know, if I can make something happen, I'll be pretty happy. The next thing I'm going to do, and hopefully it's live by the time you guys have seen this video. If not, I'll have a launch date on the video, or I'll have a thing saying that the link is in the description. But I'm going to launch a couple different merch items, and I haven't decided on what platform I'm going to use, whether it's be Teespring or Redbubble, because I'm not going to run the operation myself, especially for how small the likelihood of anything selling from that is going to be, because I know the channel is still small, and I know technically it's really dumb to introduce merch at the level of my channel, but I want to give you guys something tangible. And if you guys want to support the channel in some way, that is probably going to be the best way to do it. Because I thought about opening a Patreon, but the issue with Patreon for me is I upload so irregularly. There's no point in me doing like an early access on Patreon, or like YouTube. I don't think I have enough subscribers for YouTube members yet, but you know, something like that. I don't have a thing for you guys that makes it worth investing in Patreon. The difference between selling a couple of different t-shirts designs or something like that, or different designs on different things, like on Redbubble's case, is you get something tangible for your money. On Patreon, for me, I don't have anything, because when I upload so irregularly that 99% of the time, a lot of the videos lately go up the same day I filmed them and the same day I edited them. So there's no point in me doing early access unless I just get into a habit of filming tons of videos in bulk and can do that. Which is extremely hard for me to do as an automotive creator. In the gaming side, super easy. I've done it plenty of times. You know, like that's something I do pretty regularly on the gaming side, but on this side, it's kind of hard to do. So I don't know, maybe we'll work into that on some point, but my main focus right now is just gonna be releasing some very simple merch ideas that I have for you guys. So if you guys want to get them, I'm not gonna blame you if you don't. I'm not gonna be upset about it. It's not gonna hurt my feelings, but if there is something you wanna do to support the channel, that is gonna be the way to do it. Because I want you guys to have some tangible free money. I don't want you guys to, you know, spend money on a subscription thing for me and not get anything that I feel is worth it out of it. You know, I want you guys to get something that is worth your money, and whether that be a t-shirt design or, you know, something like that. Obviously, going through Teespring and Redbubble and stuff like that, they have their own prices. I can't change their prices. If you've ever bought anything from there, you know how much their stuff costs. I shop on Redbubble pretty frequently because you can get all sorts of cool stuff on Redbubble, but yeah, that's kind of that. I'm going to be hopefully introducing a couple of small designs for you guys, a couple of small merch items on probably Redbubble, and I'll have a link to that in the description, or a launch date if it's not already done. I'm going to try to work on that maybe today or tomorrow on New Year's Day, because I'm filming this on New Year's Eve. But yeah, that's kind of some of the stuff I wanted to take care of for you guys and talk about going into 2025. I'm also going to be trying to do some streams more. I used to stream a lot on this channel. Like, we used to do subscriber game nights on this channel back in the day, which is something that kind of died off once I started doing more gaming videos on the gaming channel. I used to do just chill streams where I'll chat with you guys. We did owner interview video, like live streams back in the day with the sport track stuff, so maybe that's something we can bring back as well. Kind of similar to the feature films, but instead of it being with the car physically here, talk about it and, you know, let the people in the chat, you know, commentate and give their viewpoints on the car. All sorts of stuff we can do with that. So leave some ideas for some stuff you'd want to see me do on a live stream here, because I would love to bring those back in some capacity for you guys, because they were fun back in the day. Even if I'm just doing streams editing pictures, like, you know, that's more of a Kaysen thing than me. Kaysen actually has done a lot of photography work on this car this year. A lot of the pictures that I take don't even make it in the thumbnails. So, you know, that's been more of a him thing. But, you know, if there's ever a time where I, you know, start taking pictures more often, and I can do streams editing them and stuff like that. So there's plenty of stuff to do. But I want you guys' input on that for sure, because I don't want to just do random streams you guys don't want to watch. Because at the end of the day, I'm doing this year, my focus is just making content that people actually want to watch. Because like I said in plenty of videos, my goal with this channel now is to become like Thick Whips, my favorite automotive YouTuber, but with just Volkswagen stuff instead, and possibly an E30. So yeah, that's going to be all I'm going to cover today though. I wanted to give you guys something, just a roadmap for the year. I know this video was not super crazy in terms of the car stuff. I actually let off during that pull because I rounded the corner and there was a cop sitting on the side of the road, and I was like, oops, I'm going almost double the limit. Let me just back out of this. So I didn't want to get in trouble. So I know it was lame. I know you guys probably want to see me rev it out, but didn't want to get in trouble. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you all so much, and I appreciate all the support from 2024. And let's make 2025 a good year. And I'll see you guys later. Have a great new year. Well, actually, it's after New Year's now. So I hope you guys had a good new year, and let's kick off the year just right. See you guys later and have a great day.